Hi guys, welcome to Mods. I'm Mer.
I'm Tengku Djan.
So we have a new series coming up and we are doing it in Dato Sagor. It's really exciting, and Djan, will you tell us what is going on?
We as automotive enthusiasts, we enjoy driving. So we have drivers who go to Sepang circuit, for example, to do their timed runs. And we also have our weekend warriors who usually take it to the roads, which is the B roads. Not to say that we condone this type of driving, but I think it's an activity which is well known, where everyone goes out on Sunday mornings and enjoy their drive. If you talk about your general time attack, which happens at Sepang, the lap times are published almost everywhere, especially on social media, so you would know what car is doing what time. And the thing about Sepang is it's a Formula 1 circuit, so it's actually a very fast and very smooth circuit. Yeah, cars that are specifically set up for Sepang are not necessarily good on B-road driving. Why Dato Sagor Circuit is because it is a smaller track. It has good flow. It's actually a motorbike circuit, so the track flow is really nice. You have a combination of high speed and low speed turns as well, so it gives it a great combination. On top of that, there are many variations that you can create out of Dato Sagor Circuit, but what we have done is we've taken both, so the high speed layout as well as the low speed layout, put it together as one to create one lap.
Okay, so we have picked Dato Sagor to be our main track that we will focus in all our videos. Djan will actually walk us through on how this circuit works.
We broke it down to 5 sections. So it's actually a flying start where we pass the start and finish line. The first section will actually start from the grandstand area. Start and finish is actually in the corner for turn 1, which is a fast right-hander. So that will take you through all the way to the back straight. Section 2 will be back straight through the sweepers, headed to the last turn. Instead of using the main straight, which is actually a runway straight, we've decided to have the fast left and right sweeper, which shows the agility of the vehicle. So then section 3 will be where you pass the grandstand again, but this time you take the inner course. So the inner course is the tight section. It's a series of 4 corners or 5 corners actually. Again, would highlight the agility and response out of the vehicle at lower speeds and tighter turns. Then section 4 will go through again to the back straight, where you go through the sweeper, and section 5 would be where we cut across, so we don't go all the way to the last turn, but we actually cut across, headed back into the grandstand, and then again it's a flying finish to the start and finish line, which is located on the fast right-hand sweeper.
So to keep all the lap time consistent throughout all the cars, Djan will be driving for all the cars that we are pitting against in this series. So for our first video, we are pitting 2 cars, which is Japanese versus Euro.
Stay tuned.
Hold up.
Hi guys, welcome to Mods. I'm Mer.
I'm Tengku Djan.
So today we are pitting 2 cars. It's Japanese versus Euro. One is the Toyota GT86, another one is the Renault Megane RS 265 Cup. Okay, so Djan, why don't you run us through both cars and why did we pick these both cars to be in our first series?
So for our first series, basically we had the opportunity to drive these 2 cars in series number 1. GT86 is basically my own personal car, which I use on a daily basis. Renault Megane RS 265 Cup is actually a friend's car, which I've done some chassis work to help improve it for both daily driving and also some track work. So basically the GT86, as we all know, is a front engine rear-wheel drive. It has about 200 PS or 197 brake horsepower. It's normal aspirated, I've done some light modifications to it to help maximize its potential on track. All in all, both these cars now run on the same size wheel and tyre combination. And for the Renault Megane as well, it's more or less a stock standard car with coilovers. It's got 265 brake horsepower, it's been rechipped, the exhaust system has been upgraded. We have an equal balanced car out of the showroom with light modifications, and it should be interesting to see how they perform on track.
So actually, what really matters in this kind of track?
Okay, we're going for a flying lap. Tyres play a big role, number one. So the grippier the tyre, the wider the tyre, the better. So again, when we're pitting these two cars against each other, I think the best thing that we have right now is both cars are actually on the same tyres. The biggest difference would be, number one, the weight. So the 86 is way lighter versus the Renault. Number two will be the layout, so which is front engine rear wheel drive versus front engine front wheel drive. So a lot of work on the Renault will be up front, which might cause the tyres to overheat earlier throughout the actual lap, which we're going to time, and might lose out towards the end of the lap. But again, I mean, the Renault is a very well developed car, and after driving it, it's actually a fun car to drive as well. So in terms of the agility and all that, it's there. So it's going to be a tough battle between the two.
Okay, so we've run through the specification of the cars, so let's see how it performs on the track. So that was a lap on the 86 Djan just did. It's pretty quick, it looks quick and kind of nimble. What do you think?
Yeah, the car felt very agile. Again, as you mentioned, it was actually really quick around the corners. I think you'll probably lose out on the straights versus the Megane if you were to compare the actual speeds. But yeah, it made it out all up around the corners, so the balance was good and it could carry a lot of cornering speed. So yeah, overall lap time showed it was quick.
So let's watch Djan do a lap in Dato Sagor with the Megane. After looking at the video again, the Megane actually looks pretty quick. Sounds pretty brutal as well. In, out, yeah, it's quick. So actually, what do you think after driving it on the track?
Like I said, I think the Megane is a very well sorted car. It is an RS to begin with. It was really quick around the track. I mean, you're losing very slightly to the 86. But again, I think a lot of that is down to the layout of the car, which is the front engine, front wheel drive, and of course it's about 200 kilos heavier than the 86 too. So I was actually struggling trying to put a lap together without washing out the front end, washing out of the turns, especially on exit with all the torque which you have out of the 2-liter turbo. Just got to be super patient with it. The car has really good turning, so I think the 86 and the Megane is very similar in terms of turning. The mid corner and the exit is where the difference is. So mid corner being a front wheel drive, it tends to understeer a lot more versus the 86. The 86 felt a lot more balanced and I could get on the throttle way earlier with the 86. There's a combination of two things. I think one is weight, then of course it does not have the torque that the Megane has. So yeah, then again the lap times in terms of difference is not big at all. It's
milliseconds.
It's 200th of a second. But I think if you were to have more than a lap, I think the 86 would slowly build a gap over the Megane. But then again, like I said, it comes down to the weight of the car and definitely the layout, where it's a front engine, front wheel drive versus a front engine, rear wheel drive on the 86.
So to make the Megane more competitive, do we reduce weight?
I think the easiest way to gain the agility would be to lose the weight. So again, if you compare the two cars, you have about 200 kilos in terms of weight difference. So yeah, if you are able to actually cut down 200 kilos, it will be a super quick car. The car handles really well. I liked it. I mean, especially on this side of track where it's not smooth at all. It drove really well in this condition. And of course, Dato Sagor, again, as I mentioned, we have a series of high speed and also very tight corners. As a front engine, front wheel drive, it actually handled really well in these conditions. I was actually amazed by it. The car felt good at the start. Towards the end of the lap, that's where the car started to struggle a bit. So you're actually putting in too much work onto the front axle, which probably was overheating the tires towards the end of the lap. Versus the 86 where a lot of it, well segregated between the cars. So steering and braking up front and the acceleration up rear. And as well, I think the 86 has that slight better balance where you're able to switch between corner to corner with more ease. Okay, so we've reached the end of our video. I hope you've enjoyed the battle between the GT86 and the Renault Megane. It was a really tight battle between the two, hardly anything between them, but again it shows the agility of both cars and where the strong and weak points are. In Dato Sagor, I love driving it, and we're looking forward to putting together more videos of sorts. We've got some great cars lined up. So, more?
Myvi?
No, yeah, why not? Myvi versus Saga, maybe. Anyway, drop us a comment on what you want to see. Maybe you want to have another car pitted against the current leader, which is the GT86, or would you like to see something else like the Myvi versus the Saga?
Okay, if you like our video, please do help us grow. Share our video, like our video, subscribe to our channel, and I think we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.
Ciao.
Bye.